Hi everyone, my name is Savannah Lodwick, and my grant proposal is on providing breast milk to disadvantaged mothers and children through Nurse Family Partnership. So, Nurse Family Partnership has been around for over 40 years. This is a national program that strives to provide healthcare to at-risk mothers from when they are pregnant to when their child is born up until they turn 2 years old. This program provides nurses who conduct daily and weekly visits to at-risk mothers who may have environmental obstacles to healthcare. Their goal is to provide healthcare for these mothers and infants/children in order to increase community health and the health of this priority population. In this grant, their mission statement will be demonstrated by advocating for the population of mothers who are not educated on the importance of breast milk and who cannot afford to purchase breast milk. NFP is a national program that works towards helping mothers gain skills to better raise their children. NFP is a nonprofit organization that stays with mothers up to 2 years after the birth of their child. The branch I'm working with is located in Indiana, near West Lafayette. Mothers range in age, race, ethnicity, and religion, which allows for diverse approaches to health care that they provide. On the nurse team that I have been working with, there are about 10 nurses, and each of them have up to 25 cases, meaning 25 mothers. NFP provides healthcare, job-oriented classes, as well as helps mothers find jobs and resources like sustainable and consistent foods. The branch that I'm working with is partnered with Goodwill, so their funding comes from them. Moving on to the statement of need. My big idea will address two large community needs in the population of disadvantaged mothers. One of these needs is the need for more education on the importance of breastfeeding for child development. This is overlooked in some cultures and sectors of society as myths regarding breastfeeding have run supreme for a very long time. For example, in the African American community, there are several myths regarding why one may not be able to breastfeed. One of those myths being that you cannot breastfeed if you are plus-sized or have large breasts, all of which is incorrect and misleading. Another need is an alternate to breast milk or formula if the mother is unable to provide breast milk for their child. Breast milk is expensive, running at $15,649.38 a year per child on average, so an affordable option is needed, most likely through extra funding. Breast milk that is bought is still better than formula for child development, as human milk strengthens the baby's immune system. According to the CDC, nearly half of mothers who have children of breastfeeding age breastfeed, while the other half use formula. This statistic alone portrays the need for affordable and available breast milk for mothers who cannot or choose not to breastfeed. Breastfeeding decreases the risk of children developing asthma, obesity, type 1 diabetes, sudden infant death syndrome, ear infections, and stomach bugs. Breast milk provides antibodies for the child, giving them less infection susceptibility. Whether breast milk is provided by the mother or through purchase, either of these options are better for children than formula. And an affordable medium is needed. With this proposal, this medium can be met. So I plan on using grant funding to provide breast milk to disadvantaged mothers who cannot breastfeed. Over half of mothers who cannot breastfeed will be provided the breast milk for their child through NFP. This is the goal for mothers in the program after 3 years of grant funding devoted to this at NFP. The evaluation process will be based on data collection taken every 3 months. At the end of each year, the success rate will be determined based on how many mothers use breast milk consistently and how they feel about the availability of said breast milk, especially since it's expensive to come by. Some of the short-term outcomes include funding for breast milk resources, primarily for human breast milk supply for mothers who cannot breastfeed. Another short-term goal includes providing educational resources for mothers to learn more about the importance of breastfeeding and how it benefits child growth and development. Intermediate goals include increasing the number of mothers who buy breast milk if they have elected to not or simply cannot breastfeed. Another intermediate goal is to continue educational efforts towards mothers pertaining to the importance of breastfeeding. Long-term goals include continual funding for affordable or free breast milk for mothers in NFP. This last long-term goal has an end goal of providing funding for 5 babies a year per team and community. Finally, the last long-term outcome is to have nurses visit their clients bi-monthly to discuss breastfeeding efforts and the importance of breastfeeding, as well as providing educational support when needed. That will be on a case-to-case basis. There are many reasons why mothers choose not to breastfeed. Reasoning varies from mothers' discomfort and soreness post-breastfeeding, breastfeeding mothers' susceptibility to infection, family and community pressures, and community standards. About 71% of mothers who breastfeed experience discomfort when they breastfeed. Some mothers are also less likely to breastfeed in environment and communities where public breastfeeding is criticized. Over the past 10 years or so, there has been more acceptance for breastfeeding in public, but it is not close to being fully accepted, which still deters mothers from doing so in public. Another difficulty experienced in breastfeeding is the lack of milk produced within the first couple weeks after birth. This is completely normal for most mothers. However, when mothers experience this, they sometimes become less likely to continue breastfeeding after this experience. They feel as if that experience kind of dictates exactly what will happen for the rest of their time breastfeeding. Finally, there are misconceptions of breastfeeding along with the normalization of formula feeding. Common misconceptions include the regular use of formula in communities, as well as the lack of knowledge about the harm of using formula over breast milk. Issues with breastfeeding in America can be discouraged by public health policy and advocacy to normalize breastfeeding. This includes educating women from a younger age about the importance of breastfeeding. Another and more practical approach is the purchasing of breast milk and providing it to mothers who do not or cannot breastfeed. This approach involves NFP, which again, as I previously stated, is a nonprofit organization that provides healthcare for disadvantaged mothers. Providing breast milk to mothers in this organization will create healthier children and over time will increase the number of mothers who provide breast milk for their children. This in turn will create healthier generations of children and increase health trends in disadvantaged populations. The average cost of an ounce of human breast milk is $1.75. As you can see in this budget here, that calls for about $15,649 a year for one child. For the first year of life, babies consume anywhere from 19 to 30 ounces a day. This averages at about 24.5 ounces. That correlates to the $15,000 a year for breast milk, which opposed to the formula cost per year of $2,861 seems a little steep. Given the expensive cost of breast milk and the previously stated benefits, this grant requires $63,000 to provide breast milk for at least 4 babies. So as you can see on the project budget, and as I previously mentioned, it'll be $63,000 for 4 babies for half a year. Postage and shipping includes $1,000. And educational materials and literature review volunteers, that'll be $0 since it is voluntary. Finally, the data analysis per year will be $3,000, leaving the final budget at $65,000. So we do have a timeline here at the center of the poster. This starts in May of 2022. We'll do a needs assessment. A month later in June, we will do a literature review. In July of 2022, there will be a committee through NFP created. This committee will solidify a timeline for breastfeeding goals within the client pool. In July of 2022, educational materials on the stigma of breastfeeding via literature review will be conducted. In August of 2022, this committee will create and implement surveys with mothers who struggle with breastfeeding at NFP. In August of 2022 as well, mothers will learn more about the importance of breastfeeding once every month for 4 months, and each month their survey answers will be assessed. Pending these results, that's when we will move to the bi-monthly visits with nurses. In September of 2022, the committee will get together with nurses who have been participating in this section of the program NFP, and they will discuss strengths and weaknesses and make the necessary changes to the program. In October of 2022, the trends will be assessed, up to that point. So the health trends with what mothers are breastfeeding, which mothers are purchasing breast milk, how they feel about it, all those survey answers will be assessed in October of 2022. In November of 2022, we will apply for funding, and in May of 2024, we will assess trends in baby health related to nutrition and breastfeeding after offering affordable breast milk options. So we will then evaluate what we have created. So in hopes of increasing the amount of breast milk available to mothers who cannot produce breast milk themselves, several outcomes will be assessed via the following measures. A short-term outcome, funding will be allocated for breastfeeding resources such as breast milk. This will be measured via the number of mothers in NFP who can afford breast milk. Another short-term outcome is funding and educational resources allocated to inform the public on the importance of breastfeeding on child development. This will be measured via the number of mothers in NFP and the number of mothers in NFP who will understand the truth behind breastfeeding. A medium-term outcome is for mothers in NFP to slowly become more inclined to purchase breast milk. This will be measured via the rate of mothers who do not breastfeed, the rate of which mothers who do not breastfeed will decrease. Finally, there are 2 long-term goals of this proposal. The first one is continued funding for affordable breast milk for NFP mothers. This is going to be measured by the rate of mothers who breastfeed or provide breast milk for their children in other ways, and this will hopefully increase. The final long-term outcome is for the bi-monthly visits to start kicking in between nurses and their clients to discuss breastfeed needs and educational promotions. Finally, I would just like to acknowledge a couple people. My preceptor, Marcia Musley, she has been so helpful this entire experience and has been more than willing to work with me throughout my practicum as well as this class and culminating experience, and helping me find people to talk to within NFP about their grant writing process. So thank you, Marcia, and thank you all for listening.